Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name's Mark, and this is
Poppy. That's a great start to episode 6, Mark.
yeah, I know.
We're both so excited to be here. We're both so excited. We've had a little break for Easter, so I had a few of you message me asking when episode 6 was coming. But Mark and I are all about well-being, so we were taking a break, and hopefully you were taking a break as well.
Yeah.
But we're back with, and I've got a prop today, everyone. So I think you'll like this. Ready? I hope you're going to see it on the camera.
Oh, great.
But Mark, these are not just any grapes, because have you had candy floss grapes?
No, go on, tell me. I'm intrigued.
So these grapes, they don't really read on the podcast, but these grapes are candy floss flavored. They're specially bred. I don't know like the grape terminology, but they taste exactly like candy floss, and they are a game changer. But I tell you, this will all make sense why I'm bringing grapes to you. Whenever I eat a fruit or something, I like to always look up the good things about that fruit. So I just looked up grapes, and it told me grapes were really good for bone health. And it said, wait, let me just bring up my little tab about grapes. Grapes can contribute to bone health due to vitamin K, calcium, magnesium. So everyone, you need to know I was feeling good at this point. At this point, I was eating grapes, feeling good. Then I read this absolute horror story. Grapes are particularly beneficial for women. So again, feeling good. During and after menopause, fine, I know that will happen one day. When bone loss is more common. Now I'm bringing this to you, Mark, because, I like my bones, and, I'm going to start eating grapes now. I've read they can actually combat osteoporosis. Tell me about bone health. Please put my mind at rest that there are some things I can do.
I'm going to first let me address a point. Is you're very good at dropping me right in it up to my neck, aren't you? you just like
We
you
all
don't
love
even
it. We all enjoy seeing you squirm. So I'll just sit and eat my grapes while you try and answer that.
Well, as we age, there's getting up to around 40. It depends on the research. 30 or 40 years of bone health is pretty good, and then it starts to deteriorate. And so we break down bone, and then we build bone. I mean, we're talking about an entire skeleton replacement in between about 7 and 10 years. So it's not bad, is it? But the problem is as we age, that balance we go out is an imbalance. So we break down more bone than we actually build. And that leads to other issues. And perhaps I'll touch on the vitamin K thing, but especially with menopause and women and estrogen levels dropping and stuff, there's women are more prone to osteoarthritis, etc. And also the issues that are estrogen. I mean, this is why one of the reasons for HRT is to try and give that sort of hormone return to that hormonal balance. But women do have predominantly more bone loss than men. There's caveats, certain things happen, but so one of the things to do is take a good source of calcium, vitamin K. Usually vitamin K2 is the better one, and then
like as a tablet, like as a supplement.
The bioabsorption of K2 or vitamin K, there's debates about it because the research and recommendations are that we really should be going near with multivitamins, but I know people that take multivits, and I take a multivit because because I'm largely vegetarian as well. I'll need my B12, for instance, which you most probably know about. So I'll take a multivit, but predominantly I get most of my vitamins, minerals, etc. Through diet. So in regards to vitamin K2, I would mostly lean more towards getting it from my diet. I wouldn't rely on a supplement. But I do know people that take take calcium tablets, and you can buy calcium tablets now that contain vitamin K, because vitamin K is very good. Vitamin K is really good because how can I explain it? When we build up bone osteoblast activity, it's interesting because you think blast means destroy, but osteoblast activity is when we build bone. and it develops it, or it facilitates osteocalcin. And it's osteocalcin that sort of formulates the bone matrix, and vitamin K helps form. It's almost like a cement. It helps solidify that bone matrix. If we don't have vitamin K, we can't really. We can bring it across. We can bring it across from our plasma, from our blood vessels, but we can't actually calcify it. And so vitamin K helps with that process. It's vitamin D that brings it across, and vitamin K that calcifies.
That's the one from the sunlight, vitamin D.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I've never heard about vitamin K though. I feel like I'm trying to remember my A-level biology, but I don't remember K standing out. I remember milk, right? I remember milk and calcium. Like, hence now I'm also panic drinking milk.
Yeah,
is that got vitamin K or?
Well, no, you're absolutely right. I think what a lot of people don't realise, and it's no reason, there's no issue for that, is they don't realise how important vitamin K is for bone health. So perhaps some people go, calcium because vitamin D, that makes sense, that bridge. But it's vitamin K that some people get stuck on because they don't realise. And so vitamin K is important to take alongside. So that's why they now do a calcium with vitamin K. But I was looking at a pack the other day, and they have K1 and not K2. And K1's okay, but you really want K2 if you want talking about bone health. Anyway, so women's estrogen levels drop, that bone health degrades somewhat. And as a consequence, so, you can supplement, but I was thinking dietary sources are more more absorbed or better absorbed. The bioavailability.
I heard that once, Mark, actually. Someone, I can't remember who it was. Well, someone once said to me that they didn't believe in taking vitamins because they felt you should get everything from just your food intake.
That's absolutely true. You should absolutely do that, but not everyone has that access, do they? So, for instance, illness leads to malabsorption, for instance. So, and in regards to women, arguably you have to discuss, especially going through after menopause and that, because of bone health, you're trying to get quite a lot more calcium down you. And as you know, you mostly heard of when women on HRT, usually not all the time, but they'll give you calcium supplements as well. So, the medical profession recognizes that there's going to be some sort of a calcium deficiency, and as a consequence, tries to top it up through supplementation. If you're healthy and you have a really good balanced diet, you're absolutely right. There's not really much point in taking a multivit, but I suppose it depends on where you are in your state. I mean, as you're getting older as well, there's malabsorption of various other nutrients and a decline in certain other functions. So you could argue that perhaps as you get older, you should think about a multivit, but I don't know. It's debatable. I think it's more of a personalised or tailored thing rather than it is a general population thing at that stage,
Okay, so for bone health then, the main thing seems to be vitamin K2, I've learned today. Other vitamin Ks are available. But K2 we like, and calcium. But so what else are the other things for our bone health, or it's really just coming through the vitamins and minerals?
It's pretty much it directly on bone health. But you can't beat things such as exercise or impact exercise. Obviously, you'll need your proteins as well as you age, because you'll see sarcopenia or loss of muscle mass as you age. I mean, that's why the government recommendations of the UK government are about 150 minutes of exercise. Because the thing is about recommendations. Do you do 150 minutes, Poppy?
Yeah, dog walking, yes. That's right. 150 minutes, trying to think, what's that, 2.5 hours?
Well, it's 75. You're talking 75 minutes of vigorous, moderate to vigorous as well in there. So, so it's a combination. It's not just like 150 minutes of dog walking. There's various levels of intensity within
like
that as well.
Cardio stuff, heart stuff.
Yeah, and plus, raising your heart rate, and plus also, you're looking at muscle strength endurance type exercises as well, where you're trying to maintain muscle mass through resistance work, for instance. So it's a combination of things. But the UK population has really good stats for that. I can't remember when I was trying to check. I thought it was quite a lot. I think it's over 50% that are maintaining that 150 minutes or near that. So it's not bad. But that still leaves around, whatever, I can't remember the stats exactly, 30-40% of the population that are not meeting it. I think it might be less than that, but I can't remember. I can't just recite stats off my head anymore. Perhaps it's because I'm getting old.
Maybe you need more grapes.
Yeah, I need more of those grapes. Where did you buy those?
You definitely need those grapes. They're available from many different supermarkets. But you can really taste the difference in these grapes. They're really delicious. I mean, I guess that's reassuring then, that if I keep making sure that I'm taking the right vitamins and minerals, it will help me later on in life. So that was
as long as you've got varied diet, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went away to Scotland recently, and diets are interesting because you're eating with people around you that don't usually you spend your life with, and I spend there eating. You know, it's great. The food's fantastic, but the variety of food is different than what I would consume normally.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with the food; it's just different. And so I think that what's important is exploring food and just looking around different types of food. Some people get stuck quite rigidly in their way of eating. And I think as we get older, we should be more variety. So we're looking for broadening our spectrum of foods that we consume over time. I think it's quite important.
I feel like we should make Mark and Poppy's like dream weekly menus and share that on our Instagram. See which they pick, mine or yours. I definitely feel like we're going to do that.
Oh, go on, give me one. What was your favourite food?
Oh, my favourite food. I really love a curry. I love spicy food so much. So probably something like, I love a dansak, which is like chickpeas, quite spicy. I don't really care for rice, but I really love like a naan bread, Peshwari naan bread, and like a vegetable side and a side salad. That'd be like a dream meal. How about you? What's your dream meal?
My older dream meal, the one I used to love when I ate meat, was a chicken tikka meti, because it's quite spicy and it's sort of spinachy type. It's absolutely gorgeous, you know. And with a naan bread, for instance, it's lovely.
Yeah, so good.
But
now from a vegetarian perspective?
Well, now I've been eating med type dietary approach for over 30 years now. So, you know, I gravitate towards those Mediterranean based. So halloumi, panniers, and if I want some sort of substance, I'll get high protein content type foods with tons of veg. So my carbohydrate intake is over 60% in my diet, which is quite high. Because we're living in an age now where carbohydrates are viewed as the bad food, and so, but yeah, I eat 60%. So
I'm probably with you on that. I am a massive bread fan.
yeah, it's slightly different form of carbohydrate.
Yeah, a different form. Yeah,
get high fiber in there.
I definitely feel like we are going to have to do a podcast on food. And make our meal planners. I'm serious. I want to put it to the test, Mark. Who are they going to choose? My weekly planner or yours? But we're out of time. Stop talking to me about food. This is meant to be about my bones, but I feel reassured.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to eat my grapes.
Let's quick. So you got your good sources of calcium, like your green leafy veg. You've got your dairy if you
got my iced coffee.
Meat. Yeah, and you got your meats as well. So that'll do it.
So I should be okay.
I
came in scared. I'm leaving reassured.
Go and seek professional help if you've got.
No, you're my free professional help.
Yeah, but I'm not giving personal services like on the video. But anyway, there you go.
That was really fun. That was really interesting. And hopefully you've all learned some little tips there to take forward looking after your own bone health. And if you've had any bone replacements, I find those amazing. Do feel free to drop them in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube. And if so, then you're basically part robot, so we will just be in awe of you. But that brings us to the end of episode 6.
You defined as a cyborg if you've had a hip replacement.
Yeah, you're basically a cyborg, and you're the future. So let us know, and join us again soon. We'll be back probably with more chaos and health span hacks for episode 7 very, very soon. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.